Don't you love the mugs?
The mugs are cute.
I think they're adorable. So we have mugs that I got Arianna for Christmas because we both love Gilmore Girls. And it says, I'm the Lorelai to your Rory. And hers says,
I'm the Rory to your Lorelai.
welcome to the Raining Cats and Dogs podcast. I'm your co-host, Shannon.
I'm Arianna.
Don't you love our music?
I hate it.
I know.
We need to actually get some good music there.
Well, we're on a budget of $0, so if you want to compose some music, go right ahead.
Well, we have a musical friend. I challenge her to compose us this intro song.
An interest song? You mean an intro?
That's what I said.
Oh, I thought you said interest.
No, I said an intro song.
Okay, why are we so angry?
Because I'm tired and I want to crochet my blanket. Haven't had any crochet time today.
Someone is moody.
I want blanket time.
That sounds inappropriate.
To crochet my blanket.
Well, you can have a blanket time and crochet. We're just doing some pod time right now. It can be a nice short podcast today to make Arianna happy.
Yeah.
Oh, Jasper's making noises.
Yeah, it's annoying.
He's cute. He sounds like Chewbacca sometimes. If you ever watch Star Wars, that's what he sounds like.
Yeah, I see it. A little bit.
So, how's your week been?
Work's been busy. I'm currently without a hairbrush also. I've just been using a comb, which I hate. Because I left my hairbrush in my yoga studio's bathroom because I go straight from work and I change there and put my hair up and everything. And I'd usually just bring my hairbrush back and forth. And I left it in the bathroom.
Why wouldn't you buy a car hairbrush?
Because I haven't thought of that yet. I guess now I'll go on Amazon and get myself another hairbrush.
I have a car. I have a car hairbrush.
I used to, but I lost mine. I think I got transferred into a school hairbrush, and now it just never made it back to my car, and it's lost in the wind.
Well, sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
I just spilled water on my leg, and it's cold because I had ice in it, so that feels great.
You know, this is why you're not allowed to have drinks on the couch.
I know. I'm not allowed to have nice things.
No, you always spill them.
At least it's water. So that's fine.
How's your week been?
It's been busy. Work has been crazy. It's just been a busy week. And the Bills.
Yeah.
They beat Denver, which I do have a funny story about that, if you want to hear.
A funny story about Denver and the Bills?
I do, from like circa 1990 something.
Oh, I think I've heard this one.
It's kind of funny. So when I was like 16, 17, this is when the Bills were good years ago. Jim Kelly was a quarterback, and Frank Reich was the backup quarterback, who was also amazing.
I've never heard these names.
And then John Elway was the quarterback of the Denver Broncos. And I loved Denver. Like, I watched every Denver game. I just could not, I just was a huge Denver fan. Then Bills second. So my family was over at my grandfather's house, and they had a TV, like the old-fashioned TV, you know, with the wood around it. I don't know if anyone like I think you might have to be 30 to even remember that.
I only remember it because I'm pretty sure that was in your parents' house for a very long time.
Grandparents.
Oh, grandparents' house, yes.
Yes, it has like wood around it, and it's a TV, and it's on the ground. So yeah, so we were over there, the families together, because we got together a lot for Bills games back then. It was kind of nice. That's why I don't watch football as much anymore, because I'm always all alone. I don't have anyone to watch football with anymore. Anyway, so
we'll have an application online if you'd like to apply to watch football with Shannon.
I don't think they want to. But anyway, so we were watching the game. It was a playoff game. This would decide who would go to the Super Bowl. So we had money on it. I was betting for Denver. Down to the last few seconds, they went into overtime. So then they're in overtime. And this was before the NFL changed the rules. So basically, first score wins. Not everyone gets a chance to touch the ball. And guess who? I don't remember if it was a touchdown or a field goal, actually. What's so traumatic? So,
oh, gosh.
The Bills won in overtime, and then they went on to the Super Bowl and lost, but they still made it to the Super Bowl. And I cried. So
Oh
I
my
cried.
gosh.
I was like pounding my fist on the ground, like,
That's
"No!"
insane.
I was so into it and then so destroyed that they didn't win. And like, so now, like, so, Denver lost to the Bills to go during the playoffs for the wild card game. And my mom texts me, "Oh, honey, the Bills won. Are you okay? You're not pounding your fist on the ground crying, are you?"
She remembered?
She remembers.
Oh
It
my
was
God.
dramatic. I was
That's
dramatic.
insane. I don't understand when people have that extreme reactions.
I know. But, like,
Did you lose a lot of money? That's the only.
I lost like $5.
Oh.
Though I was 16 and I don't know if I had a job, so maybe. So, no, I know you don't understand, like, and I get it too. Some people act like they're so depressed. Like, I had a high school Spanish teacher that, like, you couldn't talk to her whenever the Bills lost.
It shouldn't be affecting you, like, your mood for days after. Sure, be disappointed and sad in the moment, but then it shouldn't, like, really impact your life because it doesn't impact your life at all.
No, it doesn't impact your life. This is not the Hunger Games.
They don't
Like-
take them out back and shoot them after.
Then that'd be awful.
Hey, I'm the one that said that they treat it like it's the Hunger
You
Games.
did, but you didn't say it, so I said it before you did. She said this the other day. We had this conversation the other day, and it was actually quite funny. But yeah, Ariana's like, I don't get it. And I understand being
Yeah.
passionate, but unless you're like betting thousands of dollars that you
Yeah,
don't
I
have on the game.
But then that's another question of financials and like being responsible. Maybe you shouldn't be betting $10,000 you don't have on a football game.
Probably not.
Yeah, but like it's because so this all came up the other day because I was talking to someone and they're like, I'm so nervous about the game. I'm like, why? Did you bet on it or something? And they're like, well, it's decides if they go to the playoffs or not. I'm like, okay. There'll be another season, won't there?
I know. Well, like, I get, you get sad as a sports fan, but yeah, I don't get the people that are like depressed and it affects their
Just
daily
want an
life.
excuse to drink on a Sunday. I'm sure you can find another one.
When people tailgate, they tailgate at like 9 a.m. Unless you're having
No.
mimosas, I think, I don't know, then you're an alcoholic if you're having
It
drinks.
could be like, oh, the games are over, but do you guys, like the family, still want to come over on Sundays? Maybe we just push it back. We have dinner or something or a later lunch.
Yeah, people can still get together and have fun. I guess it's just, the camaraderie.
I don't get it.
That's okay. And I do agree. Like, it shouldn't affect your daily life. And if you really enjoy, like, getting together with people, then still
You don't-
do that.
Yeah, you can still do it. You don't need a game to do it.
Exactly. So did you ever do the fasting that we talked about a couple weeks ago on the pod
I don't know what you're even talking about.
about giving something up? But the church was talking about it, so we should give something up. I thought I talked about it on the podcast. Like,
what did I
2 weeks
say I
ago.
was giving up? I don't think I ever said I was giving up.
Because you
anything.
should add in something or give something up. So I started on this past Sunday. It gave up TikTok.
Yeah, how's it been?
I'm jonesing. I miss my TikTok. And I got like all upset. So I'm like, what if the government takes away my TikTok and I didn't get my last final
I
tweets
don't
with
know
it?
if this is true or not, but according to like what I've seen on TikTok today, I saw it, is that they're getting rid of it January 19th?
Oh, I don't get to have it back before I give it up.
If that's true, I don't know if that's true or not.
And you know what? It is so dumb because like Facebook listens to you, Alexa
Have you
listens to you.
seen clips of the court case? Like
The hearing when the senators sounded like idiots. Yes, I heard that.
where they kept calling the dude Chinese. He's like, I'm Singaporean.
Yeah, like they're so awful. I
And
cannot
yeah,
believe they
it makes
represent
sense.
us.
They have to give out information to China to do business in China.
Yes.
But would it only be information regarding the users in China?
Yeah, that I don't know.
Is it everyone's users, or is it just the users of TikTok in China?
I'm not sure exactly.
But like it's every company, it sounds like, because I don't know that much about it, every company has to hand over information.
Yes.
It's just the way the things are done there.
Right. Like, do you think Zuckerberg's out?
So
He has people
what
listening
makes it any different than Facebook and Instagram?
because it's better information, and America's not making money off it. I guess. I mean, there's a lot of people that make money off of TikTok. A lot of influencers, a lot of people selling products, and you know what? I just want to say, anytime I buy something off of Facebook, it has been a scam and terrible.
I don't understand why you still buy things off of Facebook.
I didn't realize that I did. Like, I thought I didn't this past time, but I did. Yeah. But anytime I'm at the TikTok shop, I've got some great stuff.
There's been like I think 2 or 3 times where like actually nothing came in, and then I just put in a complaint on the thing, and they refunded me right away. So
yeah, TikTok's great. Facebook is not. Instagram's okay. Like, where's everybody going? I need a new platform. Like, and I follow people like Americans living in Denmark.
Yeah, so
and Americans living in other places. And I love that.
No, what I've been doing, because I had saved a bunch of videos for like crochet things.
Mm-hmm.
So I went through and like I followed people on their Instagram. So I made sure that I still could go back to that.
Instagram's good, but it's just not as good.
No, but it's still like
Gives
their
you the
videos
content.
they had uploaded are there. It was like the reels, so I can still have that to go back to. Because I'm following them for like crochet patterns and things. So
you're so cute, my little grandma.
And I'm doing it for the entertainment. I'm doing it for my arts and crafts.
That's so funny. Yeah. So I'm just, so now I'm like, I gave this up. And now I got to prove that I can give it up for 3 weeks. And by the time I can go back to TikTok, it might be gone. And it just makes me so angry.
And see if it's actually confirmed.
Well, and you know what? It should be my right. I don't care if someone from China knows where I'm going, what I'm watching. I really don't give a crap. I'm pretty boring. I don't work for the CIA or the government. I'm pretty like low key. Anyone following me would be really bored. So just let me have my TikTok.
It was really funny. There was a TikTok. It was AI generated. And then it was like, we're going to miss those Chinese soldiers sitting with us as we laughed and we cried. It was just a bunch of images.
Yes,
like sharing a moment.
Sharing a moment. Yeah, with the guy, the Chinese soldiers listening. Like, there's nothing going on. And I hope if you work for the government, CIA or whatever, then you don't have it on your phone if it's a worry. But then you also shouldn't have Instagram or Facebook because they're always listening.
Yeah. It's
or
weird.
Or Google.
Everything
or
has all of our information anyways. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's government overreach, and I think I don't think they like us knowing what's going on in other countries, because you learn so much on there. Like, yeah, I know there's false information, but I learned a lot about other countries from TikTok. It was really fascinating and interesting.
Okay, so what I'm saying is you won't be able to, like, download it again, but existing users could still access and use the app. They'll be unable to update it. And so be likely to degrade and stop working over time. So after your 3 weeks, as long as you didn't delete TikTok off your phone, you should be able to open it back up.
Yay! And we can't get a new phone. That's it.
Yeah, you just can't get a new phone.
I'm stuck with the iPhone 12 forever.
Yep.
Great. That's so much fun. I think your dog is pacing.
I'm ignoring him because he's done all the things.
Yeah, I think he just wants to play in the snow.
He just wants to play in the snow. He loves the snow and wants to be back out there.
Yeah, I wish I had a fenced-in yard so your dog could just go run.
Yeah. So back to my crocheting. I'm making these blankets, and I feel like not the one I'm currently doing, but like my flower blanket and my future plans for blankets. I'm thinking about getting a sewing machine so I can sew like a backing onto them.
Okay. Maybe your birthday is in April. Maybe you should pick out one for your birthday.
But I found one on like Amazon for $20. So.
Oh, never mind then.
I mean, it's cheap, but it's got decent reviews. So.
Oh, I thought you wanted like a $200 one. I've seen some fancy sewing machines.
I don't need a fancy one. I just want not making my own clothes.
You could start.
I don't really want to do that.
Want to crochet me like a vest or something?
No. I'm not crocheting anything for you to wear.
A hat? That's a lot more cute.
The hats, yes. But like actually any shirts, then you have to do like blocking and stuff, and it seems like a lot more work.
Oh,
Plus,
okay.
I feel like crochet, you have a lot more freedom to do stuff with, but knitting, the actual wearables look nicer, I feel like, than crocheted, like sweaters.
That's true. You're right.
You should take up knitting and make us sweaters.
Knitting seems very hard.
Yeah, I think... I have faith in you.
Seems like crocheting is easier.
Probably depends. I think you'd pick it up fast. I believe in you.
Thanks. I think you just want me to knit you a sweater.
I do. A nice one, please.
Okay. Oh my gosh. So we're sitting in the living room and I'm looking at the TV and I found I know you can get these picture frames for your TV. Well, I have the TV looking like it's a picture frame with flowers, like it's some fancy painting And Ariana just was mocking it earlier. I think it looks like I'm classy. I don't have a TV. I just have a big photo.
What do
in
you
my
mean? It
living
looks like
room.
a screen with a painting on it. It looks like a TV showing a painting.
It looks like a bright light with a painting.
It does not.
Well, should I take a photo of that as well to show our painting?
No, I'm sure everyone can imagine it. Just pull up your screen, type in the word painting with frame, flip your phone over, and that's exactly how it looks.
Okay, you're not wrong.
It's a nice looking painting, though. I like this one.
Yeah. Oh, to go back to the Bills, though, so hopefully when you're listening to this, they would have beaten the Ravens to move on in the playoffs.
When is that game?
That is, I believe it's Sunday. It could be Saturday, but I think it's Sunday.
Wow, that's fast. Do they have games every week?
Yes, Ariana. Unless there's a bye week, but yes.
Oh.
And sometimes it's on Saturday, and they also play on like Christmas and
You
Thanksgiving.
should give them more time to prepare.
A week's enough.
Is it? I guess it's a job.
It's
So,
a
like,
job. They
doing it on
train.
their off time when they've got like a normal 40-hour work week, I guess.
No, they don't. The ones that I feel bad for, I love lacrosse, and lacrosse players, most of them have regular jobs plus play lacrosse.
It seems hard to do.
It seems very
they've got no
hard.
free time.
Do you feel bad for them? Like you're going to start crying? You're like, no, the poor lacrosse players. Oh, you're funny.
You pay them more. Take half the salary you gotta give to football guys and give them to the lacrosse guys.
Honestly, they deserve it. I love the Buffalo Bandits. They are amazing, and the games are so much fun.
Yeah. See, they should just give them a quarter what the football players make, and I'm sure then they'd be good.
Yeah, I am sure. All right. So I don't really have any news, but I did something fun. So everyone keeps saying like AI is not funny. They can't do anything funny. So I asked it to write us something funny for our podcast.
Oh, gosh.
So Ariana and I are going to read.
Did you read it?
Some of it. Like I didn't have time. But even if it's terrible, like some people say it's terrible. Some people say they love it. It's,
All right.
it's
Let's get this
cringy.
started.
Okay, so this is AI generated from ChatGPT.
This is long. Okay. No, it's not too bad.
Okay. Our little skit. Welcome to the Raining Cats and Dog podcast, where the eternal debate rages on cats and dogs. I'm Shannon, the wise and worldly cat connoisseur.
And I'm Arianna, the dog-loving dynamo here to remind you that dogs are the goodest boys and girls.
Today's episode is all about pets behaving badly, which is kind of typical here. Or, as I like to call it, the reason I can't have nice things.
That's true. Oh, you mean like the time your cat Luna climbed your curtains and reenacted Mission Impossible?
First of all, Luna was practicing her stealth skills. Cats are natural ninjas.
Ninjas don't knock over vases, Mom.
And dogs don't eat entire birthday cakes, Ariana.
Okay, first of all, Max was just helping me with portion control. Second, it's not his fault the cake was so accessible.
Accessible? It was on the counter. How did he even get up there?
He has determination. You wouldn't understand. Cats only put in effort when it benefits them.
It's kind of funny. That's called efficiency. Why waste energy chasing a ball when you can nap in the sun?
Because chasing a ball is fun. Dogs live in the moment. Cats are plotting their next move like they're on a reality TV show.
Oh, you mean like the time Max dug a hole in your yard and then looked at you like, I'm starting a landscape business?
Hey, at least he's productive. Cats just knock things off tables for fun.
They really do. That's called gravity research. Cats are scientists at heart.
Sure, scientists. Meanwhile, dogs are emotional support therapists. Max knows when I'm sad and comes to cuddle with me.
Luna knows when I'm sad too. She just chooses to express her support by sitting nearby and judging me.
That's not support. That's an HR meeting.
Well, cats are professionals. Dogs are just chaos on four legs.
And cats are divas on four legs. Max doesn't need a gold-plated litter box to feel important.
Luna doesn't need it, Ariana. She deserves it.
Okay, how about we agree on one thing? Whether they're climbing curtains, eating cakes, our pets make life a lot more interesting.
Agreed. And let's be honest, we wouldn't have it any other way.
It's a short podcast. Thanks for tuning in to the Raining Cats and Dogs podcast. Don't forget to follow us and send us your pets behaving badly stories.
Until next time, remember, cats reign supreme.
And dogs are the best. Bye, everyone.
Oh my God. That was very cheesy.
I don't know if it was funny because AI is funny or just because it's so ridiculous it's funny.
I think it's so ridiculous it's funny. And there's things obviously we wouldn't say. But I don't think at this point AI is going to replace writers. At least not good writers.
No.
Or comedians. Like, we need those comedians. I don't think AI truly gets funny. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
So, do you have some Reddit stories?
I've got a couple.
Inquiring minds are excited.
Are they? Who's
They are.
inquiring?
Me, myself, and I?
That makes
Okay.
Okay. 1 second, please.
Okay.
Why don't you tell the people? I don't know.
Oh, I just saw something on Delish. Starbucks restricts free water and bathroom privileges to
What?
paying customers only.
That's annoying.
I really hate that. There's actually a place in town that does subs, and like everyone around my town goes there for subs. And there's a little park outside, and you have to be a current paying customer to use their bathroom. It's like, okay, but literally everybody in my town goes to the sub shop. Just let people use the bathroom without spending money. Like, it's ridiculous.
Weird.
You have to like go to the counter and get a spatula with a key on it to use the bathroom.
Oh, no, I really want one of their subs.
I haven't had one in a while. I always want to order one like on a Sunday, but they're closed on Sundays. Yeah.
All right. So from r/AITH, posted by distinct_sentence_26. Am I the asshole for not wanting to drop charges on a 10-year-old kid?
I don't even know. I mean, no, if they deserve charges.
Am I the asshole for not wanting to drop charges on a 10-year-old kid that beat up my 9-year-old at school? Some background. My kids go to a school where over 90% of the student population are refugees and immigrants. We live in a neighborhood that is in the same circumstances as my kid's school. Cut to yesterday. My 9-year-old girl was out at recess. She was playing basketball with friends. This bully walked up behind her, pushed her to the ground. When she was getting up, the kid kicked her in the head like it was a soccer ball.
Oh my gosh.
My wife went down to check my girl out of school. She'll be okay, I hope, but she has scratches on the side of her face, a black eye, and it's swollen. School principal said he'd handle it. Later on, he called my wife and I separately and asked us to drop the charges because the student doesn't understand that what they did was wrong. I told the principal that if the school isn't going to discipline the bully, I will call the police department and file charges.
Wait, how would anyone not understand that that is wrong unless it's like a 2-year-old?
Yeah, doesn't make any sense.
That makes no sense. No matter what country you're from, you generally don't shove people down and kick them in the head.
Yeah, I'm going to give you the edit, then a pause before the updates.
Okay.
So edit, no, I am not racist. The principal/school admin uses the fact that they are refugees/immigrants to excuse their behavior actions all too often. Principal is retiring at the end of this year.
Thank goodness a principal's retired.
I know. So,
that's that only had it. I had more.
do you want to hear the updates?
No, I'm going to respond. I think that's ridiculous. Everybody needs to be held to the same standard when it comes to, bullying or hurting other individuals. No one should be putting their hands on them. No one should be kicking each other. I mean, if it was just a shove, I'd say, okay, just tell the student not to do that. But the kick is where it gets me, that kick someone in the head.
Yeah.
Like, that can kill someone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we know someone that hit their head and then they died.
Yeah, you know better not to kick someone.
Yes. That is obviously you're not allowed to kick somebody in the head, no matter where you were raised, what country you're from. That's generally not kind to do that.
Yeah. Top comment was, no, don't drop the charges. Why? Because the 10-year-old doesn't understand what he's done is wrong. This can point to neglect, parenting, and or serious mental problems, both of which you would be able to address if you drop the charges. Because if you do so, it will be business as usual. Then another child will be kicked and the damage will be much worse. Something needs to be done, and pressing a charge is the best way to make people do something.
Absolutely. And like you're actually, well, if the principal would have dealt with it instead of pressing charges, maybe the kid would also learn not to do that, right? There's consequences to your actions. And then they'd be a better person in society because you don't want them to grow up thinking that you can do that. Because when you're 10, the consequences aren't as high as when you're 20 and maybe pushing someone down and kicking them.
Yeah, comp that got quite a bit of awards is telling someone they should have compassion for their abuser is so incredibly fucked up.
And that's very toxic.
Then
actually.
another one that got an award. Absolutely. At 10 years old, this kid doesn't know what they did was wrong. I'm calling bullshit. After your daughter was pushed down, he used her head like a soccer ball? Hell no. Do not drop the charges. It's better this kid and his parents get the message at 10 years old rather than when he becomes a total psycho at 16 and thinks it's okay to kill someone because nobody ever told him no. Does the principal just not want to do the paperwork? This is infuriating to me. Press charges, get the police involved, and then CPS. If this kid is seeing someone in his house use someone else's head for a soccer ball, I'd say the problems are much deeper than the school is equipped to handle. OP, protect your daughter at all costs. She did absolutely nothing to deserve this assault. This child is dangerous, and if they have no idea how to behave in society, then they need to be removed from society no matter their age.
That's a little harsh. It's a 10-year-old. I do think they need to learn the consequences for their actions. I do think maybe this kid is learning this behavior from someone else, or they're acting out of anger. Maybe they're not having trouble adjusting. Whatever it is, they probably do need some counseling and therapy. And the child's not going to get help if the principal just ignores it.
Yeah.
So I think she should continue on and stay with the charges.
All right, I'm going to go to the updates now. Update. She does have a minor concussion, keeping an eye on her currently. It was decided at the meeting with my wife, the kids, and the parents, and the SRO, and the principal that charges won't be filed at this time, but got some sense of justice. They're having the bully do community service at the school during recess and lunch breaks for the next 2 weeks.
Okay, good. So there's consequences for the child's actions. That's good.
Yeah. Poor kid.
I know. That's awful.
Yeah.
I am concerned about this child's home life. Like, why does it? They think it's okay.
That's the sad part with children. Usually, I mean, I don't think kids are, no one's born evil, so usually something else going on.
Yeah, exactly. Are they seeing it, or are they just acting out anger because they're not fitting in? Like, they should dig deeper in that child, but it is nice that they're not pressing charges so the child doesn't have a record right away.
Yeah.
I just wanted some sort of something to happen and them to look into it.
Yes.
Okay. What's the next story?
You be good boy. Hi. You good boy.
Yes, he's a good boy. Can you the next story?
See, I don't have a Max that eats cake, but I have a Zuzu who eats some shepherd's pie.
Yes, he does. Anytime I made homemade shepherd's pie, we have it on the stove, and when we're not looking, he eats it, even if it's hot.
Yep. Happened too many times.
I haven't made it in like 2 years. I've been missing that.
Me too. We should make that soon. Anyways, next story. This was posted on Two Hot Takes by Initial Hair 7539. Am I the asshole if I tell my boyfriend's best friend's girlfriend that he has been screenshotting pictures of her?
Wait, am I the asshole if my best friend's girlfriend?
So my boyfriend has a best friend.
Mm-hmm.
And then this best friend to my boyfriend has a girlfriend. And my boyfriend screenshotting photos of this girlfriend.
Okay.
Okay, are we clear?
Yes, are we clear?
I, 24, and my boyfriend, 26, have been together for a year. Recently, I became friends with one of his friend's girlfriends and have been making plans for the four of us to hang out. But this morning, I found on his phone they had gone through her Instagram and been screenshotting photos, bikini pics, going out pics. I confronted him and he said he didn't know why they were on his phone and later admitted it was for the reason I thought it was. And his answer to why he did it was because, well, she is attractive. He argued with me that I shouldn't have looked at his phone, which I agreed, but argued that I shouldn't leave him because he hasn't cheated on me, and it's not like they have been sent to him. I was upstairs in bed as these photos were being screenshotted, and he was doing whatever with them. How should I proceed going forward? He wants to come see me to talk it through, but I don't think it is something I could get over. How do I approach it with the girl? As we have become friends now, and I don't want to ghost her with no explanation, but should I tell her?
I think the problem's more with the boyfriend. I don't think the girl necessarily needs to know.
You don't think so?
No. Would you want to know?
I don't think I could ever do any double dates again with this couple.
No, I wouldn't do double dates with him. And then she became friends with his friend's girlfriend.
Yeah, it was sounding like they were doing the things with the four of them. That would be over.
But I think that's more of an issue with your boyfriend, and you might need to break up if you have
that's an issue with the boyfriend. But do you think she doesn't need to know?
She doesn't necessarily need to know because then you're ruining that friendship between those two.
Oh, yeah. But should he be friends with a guy that's going, looking at photos of his girlfriend?
He's not really a good friend then, is he?
No.
I don't know. It's so... I don't know. I think I would probably just step out, and then I'd probably eventually tell the girl. If I broke up with my boyfriend, but I wanted to stay friends with her, I would tell her.
Yeah.
But if they more just hung out with them, then it's their problem. I don't know.
Okay, so top comment. 1, ask yourself if you really want to be with someone who instantly resulted to blaming you for something that he did. 2, also, if he could betray his bestie like that, why do you think he'd respect you? He clearly doesn't. No shade. Which I think that is something you kind of forgot is when she first found the photos, he's like, I don't know how they got there.
Oh, yeah, he was gaslighting her.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I would have a problem. A serious discussion. I know guys are visual, but how about not someone you hang out with? Because that's wrong and inappropriate.
Yeah. Another top comment was, girl, get out of this one. He's not worth it. You're not going to be able to trust him moving forward. Be a girl's girl and tell his friend's girlfriend. She needs to know in case he acts inappropriate in the future.
Yeah, that's true. I just feel like you're in the middle of friendships and things. I think I'd get out and then be the girl's girl and tell her.
Mm-hmm. All right. There is an update.
Weird. Okay.
I told him I am planning on telling her as it is making me uncomfortable, knowing she has him on social media and doesn't know what he's been doing. He has said he will remove her from social medias, but I can't tell her as it is his teammate's girlfriend, and he wouldn't be able to go back and play with his team if they all found out.
Well, if you're doing something that no one can know about, maybe you shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Integrity is what you do when no one's watching. And it's your character too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'd get out. To me, that's a huge red flag. I know it's a year and she probably loves him, but there's other fish in the sea. Get out.
There was this one comment made by OP actually 27 minutes ago.
Oh my gosh. What did she say?
I haven't told him it's over, but I won't tell her because I don't know if there's any benefit to it. I personally wouldn't want to know if it was the other way around, and I would still feel bad if he couldn't play. I still feel bad about the decision, but he has removed himself from her social media and deleted all the photos he had. So I'm not sure if it makes me the asshole, but I just don't want to be the reason for everything blowing up. So it sounds like they broke up.
Good. I think, that's what I would have done. I probably would have broke up and not told her. Mm-hmm. Would you really want to know if someone's using photos of you for their spank bank? I really would not want to know.
No, I don't think I would want to know.
Absolutely not. Someone else's opinion of you is none of your business. And that's one of those things that's none of my business.
There's another comment from OP. This is from a day ago. It makes no sense to me, especially because he is so concerned about Instagram. I liked someone's photo once and he blew up on me. And he doesn't let me accept his teammates' follow request or follow them back. He has blown up before accusing me of wanting to get with one of his teammates. 100% did not. And yet he's doing this to his teammates and their girlfriends. It's vile to do it to anyone, I think. But the added relationships is just so strange to me. So he is projecting.
He's projecting. Exactly. Just guys that get extra jealous when they're the ones that are cheating. He's projecting.
Sounds like an awful boyfriend.
Sounds terrible.
Really does.
But sometimes when you're that close to it, you don't get it. You're I don't know why he gets upset about it, but okay, I don't need to be Instagram friends with your teammates.
Well, she could be like, yeah, it's a problem. I don't need to be friends. And she's probably thinking, I guess he feels the same way.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, he's taking screenshots of, a girl that you're double dating with. Terrible.
Awful.
Yeah, the teammates, I don't think they'll think that too kindly. They could beat him up. They could...
Yeah. Or, that could go bad. And,
could go really
what if
bad.
he's, on there for, a scholarship? If he's in school, we don't really know any background around it, so.
Right, exactly. Yeah. I think it's just time to bow out.
Yep, and it sounds like she did the right thing and left.
Yep.
Not going to tell the girlfriend just because she doesn't want to.
You don't want him to kicked off the team.
I'm sure she'll tell if they're still friends like years from now. She'll tell her like, when they're drunk one night.
Oh, I'm sure.
It'll be a good story.
It'll be a good story. Or she tells another friend who happens to be friends with her. Those stories tend to get around too.
Yep. All right, moving on. This next one is posted in r/advice, and the person that actually posted it has deleted their account.
Oh.
My husband won't let me do anything for myself. Just as for a reference, I am 23 female with 2 kids, 1 female and 3 male. I work 40 hours a week, and ever since I've had my youngest daughter, my husband makes passive comments about me doing well, about anything for myself. I wanted to volunteer just an hour a week at a barn for kids with disabilities so I can have something else to do with my time besides just being home, doing chores, and working. I work from 6 a.m. to 2:30 and going to volunteer for just an hour after work on Thursdays. I just told my husband and he is giving me slack about it. And the kids, are they going to be at the babysitter late then? I get he wants to know logistics, but it's not late, it's until 4 p.m. When I wanted to go to the gym, he asked why. I said I wanted to better myself. I honestly feel like he's making backhanded comments and asking questions to shame me into not doing anything for myself. Mind you all, I pay half the bills and do 100% of the housework. I have no idea why he doesn't want me to do anything for myself. It makes me feel like crap. I work so hard and just want an hour to do something nice. What do you think I should do or say to him? Should I tell him how I feel?
Absolutely. Tell him how you feel. He also needs to step up and do 50% of that housework too.
Like he should be doing the housework as well.
Yeah, it should be 50-50. And she wants to do something nice and good.
Like she wants to volunteer. So like she wants to get out of work, volunteer, and like maybe go to the gym some days. Like,
right.
She should be able to do that.
She should be able to do that.
The kids being in daycare till 4 is not like, it's not like she's leaving there till 8 o'clock.
Right.
And why is that her problem?
Yeah, it's both their problems, right? Like, why can't he pick them up? I mean, maybe he works later, so that's an issue. I don't know his schedule. Mm-hmm. But, like, he's really trying to keep her down. And for her mental health, working out, being healthy, he seems like he doesn't want her to be fulfilled.
No, I'm sure he does everything he wants. He definitely doesn't volunteer, but I'm sure he probably goes to the gym, goes out with friends, and doesn't feel guilty about it like he's making her feel guilty.
Right. And what is he doing? So they both work 40 hours a week. Mm-hmm. Oh, right. And she's got a 1 and 3-year-old, so she's busy when the kids are up. And then when they go to bed, she's probably rushing around cleaning up the house, doing the dishes, laundry, whatever she needs to do.
Well, he's probably like, an extra hour. When are you going to do my laundry?
Like, what is he doing when she's cleaning and doing everything?
Yeah.
That doesn't, No, they need to have a serious conversation. I honestly think, I push therapy. I definitely think that they should find a counselor and they should really discuss that to divvy up the routine, because eventually she's going to get resentful and then their marriage could end over that. So you don't want that resentment to build up.
No.
I don't understand why he doesn't want her to do like anything. And I'm also concerned that the account's deleted. Did he find it?
Oh, I hope not. All right. So top comment. I'm not asking permission. If the kids need something, you'll arrange it. This family is being run by the both of us. If he's making, so that's a quote, what they think like OP should say.
Okay.
If he is making backhanded insults, call him out and tell him it's unacceptable. You can tell him how I feel, but I suspect this is more about how he feels. He has reasons for resenting you for these things, so ask him that if you want to figure out why he's being hurtful. Maybe it's entitlement to a wife that's 100% about supporting the family and that's all. Maybe he feels overextended and thinks your plans are reckless. OP did respond at some point. Hi, thanks for the advice. I appreciate it. I feel like it's from his childhood. They're from Central America and well, it's a different environment for women. I know he's not the best, but it's so hard to talk to someone who was raised like that. So it seems like they might have some cultural differences.
They could have cultural differences, and that's okay.
But yes, but I think that should have been worked out before they get married. What do you expect?
Yeah, I really think it should have been. But sometimes people change once they have kids in a family. Mojo, don't lay in my computer,
maybe
please.
He just like assumed, once they had kids, maybe she would worked less or not worked at all, and then.
Maybe. And who knows, or maybe once the kids were here, he just thought she would do, maybe his mom didn't do anything for herself, and that's just what he thought would happen. And that can all be worked out. If she doesn't understand how to talk to him, that's where therapy would come in. That way you could learn how to talk to each other so you can actually hear each other and it's not just an argument.
Yeah. Hi, little Miso. The cats are attacking.
Yes, well, I got
If
Alice
this video
next to
ever
me.
gets released, you'll actually get to see almost all the animals.
Yeah, actually, Mojo's blocking the whole computer screen right now.
I love Miso. She's such a snuggle bug.
She is such a snuggle bug. Little chunkers. She's so
She's
cute.
so cute. She's just solid.
She's a solid little girl kitty. I love her.
Yeah, tiny head,
With a kitten head.
tiny paws. Okay, let's move on.
Okay. And we're sorry. We're just
I got
admiring a cat.
distracted.
No, that's my water. There we go.
Cat's trying to steal her water.
They're always trying to steal my water as I'm
So
sipping my
cute.
tea.
Okay, let's see. This is from Am I the Asshole? Posted by Kitchen-Tomato2132. Am I the asshole for not walking my daughter's friend home?
Depending on the age, I'm going to say yes, you are the asshole for not walking your daughter's friend
Depending
home.
on the age, it's either creepy or sweet.
Well, you actually, and I'm thinking about, like, let's say she's 21 and drunk and you saw her at a bar, walk her home, make sure
Yeah.
she's safe. So I'm just going to say, yeah, you're probably the asshole. All right, let's go.
Hold on, I'm going to take a photo of these two cats up here right now. And it has the picture frame in the background. I'll send that to you, Mom.
Thank you. I will post that because now I have Nico and Miso.
Oh my gosh. Miso looks like Mojo from behind.
Mojo is, come on.
Oh my god,
Nico.
that cat's going to knock down the
He's
bin.
a giant ragdoll cat, so he's big.
He's not that big.
Actually, there's bigger ones. He's not
He's
20
just
pounds.
fluffy.
He's very fluffy. Okay.
Okay, moving on.
Sorry, our animals are distracting us today.
Very distracting. Hold on, my phone has to load now. Okay.
He's so fluffy. Yeah, so if I was using my computer to record and we release this, now there's just a cat in front of the screen and that's all you'd see.
All right. My daughter, 11 years old, recently hosted her very own first sleepover. She invited her best friend, Amanda, almost 11, who lives across the street and 2 houses down from us. They did all the classic sleepover activities: pizza, popcorn, a movie, face mask, and nail polish. Everything was going perfectly until around 11 p.m. when my daughter came into our bedroom to let me know Amanda was homesick and wanted to go home. Oh my gosh, this is why you don't do things like this. Where's the remote?
Who's on it?
No, because you put on a YouTube video, so now we got an ad playing. I realized her photo was a video.
I didn't realize my photo was a video either.
Ugh,
Hold on.
so loud. Okay, continuing. Let's see. So Amanda wanted to go home. That's the friend. I wanted to check on Amanda, and while she assured me she was having fun, she really wanted her mom. Fair enough. I texted her mom, Susan, to let her know what was happening, and she said it was fine for Amanda to come home. So Amanda packed up her things and I walked her to the porch. From there, I watched her walk the short distance to her house and then go inside safely before heading back inside myself. The next day, I ran into Susan while she was out walking the neighborhood. I asked how Amanda was doing, and well, Susan was furious. Apparently, Amanda had been upset about leaving early, but what really got Susan's blood boiling was that I didn't walk her to the door. She berated me for letting her child walk home alone at night in the cold with the potential of God knows what happening to her. For context, we live in a quiet cul-de-sac in a safe neighborhood. I stood on the porch the entire time and watched Amanda walk into her house before going inside. Amanda didn't seem scared or hesitant, and she never asked me to walk with her. To be honest, it didn't even occur to me that this would be an issue. When I was a kid, I would walk all over by myself. Sure, I know times have changed, but I generally thought this was fine. Susan did not see this the way. She was still furious and has been telling the neighbors I put Amanda in danger. Despite my apologies to both her and Amanda, she's banned the girls from playing together.
Wow.
Now I'm left wondering, was I wrong not to walk Amanda to her front door? Am I the asshole?
So if there's no husband and I had other kids there, I would have stood outside in the middle of the street and watched her until she was, because it's across the street and down.
Like what she did.
Yeah. So if there's someone else in the home, she could have walked her at least to the doorstep. I understand the mom feeling strongly, but I do think she's overreacting a little.
Well, it can't ban them from playing together. Maybe just ban them from having sleepovers or something.
And bashing her through the neighborhood.
Yeah.
She just sounds
So
like a vengeful, angry woman. She's overreacting, and I understand like that fear of wanting to protect your kids, but she was fine. She watched her, walk down the street. It seems like she watched her walk into the door, so into her own home. It seems like she was fine.
She was fine. So top comment, not the asshole. Susan is having a hard time letting her daughter become independent. And that's probably why Amanda got homesick and wanted to leave early in the first place. It's a pattern of fear, retreat, rescue between mother and daughter, where the overprotective parent makes the kid clingy and scared. Susan's overblown reaction to the walk home is just one more way of telling herself and her daughter that the world is not safe for her daughter without her in it, aka making herself, the parent, feel like the indispensable savior. This narrative needs a villain, and you have now become that villain. The thing to do now is to let it blow over, and hopefully she'll relax, or someone else will tell her she's overreacting, and she'll eventually be able to hear it. It sucks most of all for the girl's friendship and for Amanda in life more generally. She's going to have to assert herself at some point in that relationship. As for the neighbor's possible judgment towards you, just be firm that you did the right, responsible thing. And eventually they will see this side of Susan for themselves too.
That's a really good comment.
It really was.
And the only other thing I think that, I'm trying to think, if this was me, what I could do different would be she could have called Susan too on the phone.
So she was at the door.
Say, look, I can't leave, but I'm going to watch her walk to make sure she's safe. I want to let you know she's there so that you could also go outside the door to make sure she's there.
Yeah.
But I really like that comment. I think the mother's just being overprotective, not letting go, overreacting, obviously. And then when people overreact, they need a scapegoat. It is your fault.
Yeah.
And that's her narrative right now. We've all been there. We've all overreacted at a time or two, and we've all been the scapegoat for someone.
Yep. So there is some little more from OP.
Okay.
Thank you for all the support. Here's some additional context. That night, it was just Amanda staying over, no other friends.
Oh, okay.
I'm married and my husband was home. Susan is also married, but her husband travels often and happened to be out of town that night. She has another child, Matthew, 5. She told me that if I had let her know I wasn't planning to walk Amanda home, she would have woken Matthew up and come to get her herself. One of the neighbors siding with Susan mentioned that I should have known how protective she is of her kids, especially since Amanda is typically shy and fearful child. I'll admit I didn't know this about Amanda, but my own kids are the total opposite, so it wasn't even on my radar to walk her all the way home. Maybe it should have been. If Amanda had asked me to walk her home, I absolutely would have. I can understand, to an extent, Susan being upset if she truly felt I put her child in a dangerous situation. I thought this would blow over after a couple of days, but this happened at the beginning of December, and this was written 2 days ago.
Oh.
So it's been over a month.
Yeah, she's overreacting. I feel bad for the kids.
Yeah.
And honestly, she should have walked her home.
Oh, no, it's across the street in a little, cul-de-sac.
Yeah, I probably would have thought it was okay to, stand outside.
She's almost 11, so she's 10.
She's 10. I think it would have been okay to stand outside the door.
I think if she was 8 or younger, yes, you should walk her, but 10.
I would have probably stood in the street, outside my house, when to walk a little bit further.
This looks creepy.
I'd look like the creepy person, but making sure she's safe.
Yeah, but she was fine. She watched and made sure she got in.
She did.
Also, the woman going to wake up her 5-year-old to go get the child across the street's insane. You leave a child.
Well, I was thinking
when you have eyes on your house and for 5 seconds.
For both parents to be outside, literally across the street, would be enough.
Yeah.
She didn't have to wake up the 5-year-old. She could open the door and step on her morning stoop or whatever she has, the porch or stairs, and then so she's not leaving the 5-year-old alone.
Yeah.
And then the other woman's outside watching.
Yeah.
What else do you need, lady?
Yeah. Overreaction, I think.
Overreaction,
I think it's going to take a while for that to blow over.
Yeah, unfortunately. It may never blow over. She'll always be the woman, you put my child in danger.
My child at risk.
She had to walk across the street alone.
In the dark.
While you watched.
Who knows what could have happened.
Yeah.
No. Well, on that note, I think we're going to call it a night here.
Yes, your dog needs to go out, and it's a weeknight, and I actually want to read my ACOTAR. I haven't read in a while.
You do that.
Well, I'm only on page 400 of book 2, or am I on book 3?
You're only in book 2? You have to at least be in book 3. I know, I think you got like a couple books missing from that thing over there.
No, I gave Alyssa book 1.
Okay.
I think I'm on book 3.
That makes sense to me, I feel.
Yeah, I'm on book 3.
I don't remember what happened in that series anymore.
I love the series.
I read it so long ago.
But then the holidays happened and life happened, so I don't have a lot of time.
I'm currently reading 3 books now at the same time.
How are you reading 3 books?
So I've got my book at work.
Mm-hmm.
I've got my book for home.
Mm-hmm.
And then, well, I guess the third one I'm listening to. Yeah.
How are you keeping them all straight? Are they all very different?
Actually, yes, they're all very different. One is time travel in a coffee shop.
Ooh, I like time travel.
Yeah, if it's good, I'll recommend it. I'm not sure how I feel about it at the moment. I'm only like a chapter in, though.
Okay.
Just started it the other day. One I'm actually listening to. I have read it, but now I'm listening to it. The Song of Achilles, which is so good. So, you know, that's Roman times or whatever. And then I've got, actually, that'd be is that pre-Roman? Because isn't that gods are talking about? I don't know.
I don't know. It sounds like more Greek times.
Greek,
I don't know.
yes, there we go. And then I have a translated novel, translated from Chinese, I'm reading for at home.
My gosh, girl.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And how long is your lunch? Only a half hour?
Yeah, so that's why I haven't gotten very far in my
Your
workbook.
workbook. Yeah, makes sense. I could not read 3 books at once. 2 right now I'm struggling with 2.
It's been a lot. Then I'm still trying to keep up on all the information on our book club book so I can still talk about it for Friday.
I know. It's been a while since I read that book club book that I chose.
So good.
I highly recommend First Lie Wins. Yes, it was very good. Go to Barnes & Noble and get it. I want people to shop there so they don't close. I like my box store of Barnes & Noble. I like walking in. I love the smell of the books and the smell of I almost said Tim Hortons, but the smell of Starbucks.
See, I've got construction, man. Like, smell of the timber?
No, there's no timber.
There's no timber there.
Just books and strong coffee. I love that smell. Oh my God. I want to make that into a candle.
Books and coffee. I feel
Books
like
and
that
coffee
is a candle.
I've never smelled a books and coffee
I will find
candle.
you one, and if I can't find one, I will make one for you.
Really? That's so nice of you. Thank you.
I'll just burn a book after I spilled coffee on it.
Well, thank you everyone for joining us. You can find us on Apple, Podbean, and YouTube, or wherever else podcasts are found. Please have a wonderful week and be kind.
Have the week you deserve.